It is Wednesday, May 29th, 2019. Can Fibonacci really predict how high this parabolic move in Bitcoin can go? Let's dig into our charts and see what it tells us. This is the 24 hours of Bitcoin. A quick look at our disclaimer. You can pause the video to read through it or click on a link in the description down below. Before we jump into the main screen, be sure to check out the free chapter to my book. You can click on a link in the description below, head to digitalcurrencytraders.com and grab that book, that free chapter. Don't put it off until later and then go and get it. You'll look back and think, oh, what a difference it would have made if only I'd known that trading method. So go and grab it. I hope to share it with more people. When I first started preparing for this video today, I was expecting this is going to be a tutorial of a 1, 2, 3 top formation, when and where to enter a short trade. And if I had been entering a short trade, this is when I would be closing out of it. It's not proving me correct. As prices came down below these levels, it is a potential top formation. Bitcoin's gone up a crazy amount. We're all watching for these tops. But we can see that the RSI is not agreeing with this top taking off here. We're looking at the 15-minute bars, so we're zoomed right in, but we can see that there's been some on-balance trickle of buying going on. Not a big swath like we had earlier. And because we didn't have much of a second buy coming in here with lots of volume over the last couple days, we've been saying that this could be a double top. This could be the divergence. It's going to be breaking down lower. And certainly the bears have been trying here, but they were rejected again. And there's some good buying coming in right now, which makes me think we're going to be going higher yet. Let's go and take a look at the MACD. Okay, it also crossed over here. This is the 15 minutes, so it's really closed in, but here's that potential 1, 2, 3 top formation that was shaping up. Here is one of the places you could be entering the trade. The second place is to wait for it to come up and test this number 2 spot and fail. Then it would be a place to put on your short trade. So I would have filtered out this fake down breakdown as a little bit of a bear trap going on there if I had used this second entry point. So that is fantastic to see. Let's zoom out a little bit on these each and we'll see what we're looking at. I'll clear this stuff off. There's a crossover on the MACD. This is really important right now for the price of Bitcoin. I think it's going to be breaking these highs and continuing higher just from what we're already seeing here. Let's zoom out to the 1 week view. So we're on the 1 hour bars. We do see on balance volume picking up a little bit as it needs to if we're going to break higher. And then we'll go to the RSI and zoom back out on this. Really touch down to some oversold territory, more than in the past, bounced up off of that. But for me, this isn't really definitive. Let's zoom out to the 1 month view. We're still seeing higher lows in the RSI here. So that's supporting the parabolic move. And we go out to the 1 month view on the on-balance volume. Still not picked up enough yet to kick it over the top. We've got to see this picking up here. And then the 1 month view now for the MACD indicator, the histogram is getting weaker, but it hasn't shown the crossover here yet. So there's still a few things to confirm. Now, I'm going to just make this a short one here today. We've got this Bitcoin dominance that the price is breaking a little bit lower out of. It did go sideways quite a bit before a move up, sideways with a little bit of fake down before the next move up. So we are going sideways and it is kind of coming out of this channel, but is this channel correct? You know, this is always the question. Do I move my channel when the prices move? Or do I leave my channel there so that I can just continue observing? So this is Bitcoin dominance in the short term. We can see here from May 1st until now where dominance has been going up in Bitcoin. And this is the altcoin market cap versus dominance. And I've been talking about this where from April 1st until now, most of the alts have been in this bit of a parabolic down move as Bitcoin went up. Then we've seen this recovery and a flag that is looking bullish. So these both at the same time, Bitcoin dominance easing back and this poking higher, makes me think that the alts are going to be making some moves. But I was also anticipating that Bitcoin would be topping out and coming down, and that would launch all of the alts, but it doesn't appear to be topping out quite yet. Let's take a look at this chart here. We've got the 4-hour bar of Ethereum, Litecoin, and Stellar versus US dollar. All of them up on an amazing uptrend here. And if I go out to the 1-day view in these 3 charts, we can see that we're in an amazing, huge bottom formation that really Litecoin could be going to $280 out of this bottom formation without a blink. It's just the size of the bottom formations here are huge. Now what I want to look at here is the Bitcoin chart, where you can see I've done some just basic trend lines off of these points, and it gives us the parabolic up move. If I was to shorten all of these back down here, you would see how this is higher trend lines all the way along. That's what creates the parabola. That is a parabola. So what I want to do now is go out to the 1-day view on this, zoom out, and I want to stretch these out. So we keep the same straight line and stretch them out. Get some predictions going on here. Stretch this out. Stretch this out. Stretch this out. Actually, I want to make sure that this is still touching where it should be touching. So these are fanning out correctly. Now I want to grab the Fibonacci tool. Fibonacci retracement. This one I don't have tuned the way I want, but from low to high, here's some of our basic Fibonacci's that we could be expecting. And so anywhere along this range, Bitcoin can now muck about. Anywhere inside this range, anywhere inside this range, anywhere inside this range is where we're looking for Bitcoin to be going over the next while before it breaks down. So we're going to hit one of these lines before we come down. One of these lines before we come down. And I'm going to keep this chart. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and share it in our Discord chat so that we have this for later. And we can compare against all of these Fibonacci extensions and the Fibonacci ranges, along with historical support and resistance. And bet you dollars to donuts, we're going to see that line up just perfectly this way. And I'll talk more about Fibonacci's as we go along. The last thing I want to finish up with here is the price of altcoins versus Bitcoin. So we have Bitcoin here on the 4-hour time frame. We have Litecoin versus Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Stellar and Ethereum. So it appears to me that Ethereum, Stellar, and Litecoin are going to be taking off and catching up to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has had the lead all the way along here. For the first part, it was Litecoin, and Litecoin has eased back and Bitcoin took the lead. Now it appears with this chart formation here that Litecoin, Stellar, and Ethereum are going to be following along with Bitcoin. And though I was anticipating Bitcoin to pull back for these to launch off, it looks like they're all going off together. And there's Bitcoin dominance easing back a little bit. So the alts are definitely stepping up with some strength here. This is fantastic stuff to see. And I believe that if I go back up to the top of this, I believe that we are in the very beginning now of that big bull market. And remember, this is the size of Bitcoin market, this one square. This is the size of the big companies in the world. This is the size of the gold market right here. Just one square is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is supposed to be the next gold, better than gold. So we'll see what happens. If Bitcoin starts to take, we are going to see altcoins taking monetary movements here that we're not expecting. Look at the global money supply. And if this starts turning towards Bitcoin, as we've been talking about, we're all saying it, but nobody's got the real idea of what that's going to mean for the change of our beloved cryptocurrencies. It's going to be enormous, and it's not going to happen in a quick trend. It's going to be these massive parabolic straight moves up and then a consolidation afterwards. So it's a good idea to have a good percentage of your coin in Bitcoin, but it's looking a lot more interesting that the altcoins are going to be picking up now and becoming the big show in the next little while. Remember what happened in the long term. If I go out to the 5-year view on this, March, it only took 10 weeks, 12 weeks for this enormous move to happen. So now that we have these bottom formations shaping up in the cryptos right now, it's a really key time to have a trading plan that helps you get into those bottom formations and stay there. So if you haven't already, be sure to head over to our website, The link is down below, digitalcurrencytraders.com. Sign up for that free chapter and get your handle on these bottom formations so that you're ready with what is going to be happening in the cryptocurrencies. That wraps it up for today. I'm looking forward to the next live stream on the other channel. I'll hope to see you there, and we'll talk to you tomorrow on the next episode of the 24 Hours of Bitcoin.